Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am very excited for today's video because it is a tag video and a collaboration. So this is a collaboration with my friend Jamila. She is one of my favorite people here on YouTube. We talk all the time. And this is a video that we both did last year. So this is the beauty resolutions tag. We both did this last year. I did it because of her. So this year we're doing it together. So, really excited for this. This has been around for a few years. I think this was started in 2020 by Mel Thompson. And I think this is, we no longer have Mel here. I never got to meet Mel or talk to her, but I think it's a really good tag. And I think it's something that we, it's nice to revisit. So very excited to answer these questions again, see how my answers differ from last year, see what I think. And then I'm very excited to see what Jamila says in her video. When you're done with this, you should go over and watch hers. I'll have it linked in the description box, all that like normal. And if you are new here or coming over from Jamila's channel, hi, welcome. My name is Colin. I'm a non-binary Latinx scientist and lover of makeup with a definite soft spot for indie makeup and high-end makeup. Wearing a lot of high-end makeup today. And I tend to take a pretty analytical approach to the content I make. Kind of comes with my training and personality. And it, if I'm trying something new, I try to be really thorough and when I review it, or if I'm just using something I already know and love, I try to give insight into why. And I have new videos every week, so I'd love to have you subscribe. So I'm very excited for today's video. Jamila and I have done a collab before. We did something with Natasha Denona Gold last year. Really enjoyed that. Jamila is one of my favorite people. We somehow found each other in the indie makeup space. I followed her, I don't remember who followed who, but we started talking and we've become very close. We talk all the time. She's been out to Seattle a few times now. We've gotten to have drinks and hang out and have dinner. So we've met in person. We text all the time. She's a very sweet person. Really love her. She has a huge eyeshadow collection. So she's also a good resource sometimes when I want to ask her a question about something she has. But she's just a great person. Also, she works in public health. And while I'm a biological anthropologist by training, I worked in osteology and biomechanics and human evolution. But I have also taught public health classes, taken a lot of them. It's, part of the training to be where I was. So I really appreciate meeting other people that work in that field, and I know how much goes into that. So really respect Jamila. She travels a lot for work too and still somehow posts all the time. Like, I don't know how she does it. So very excited to answer these questions. I normally try to think of answers beforehand, but I haven't that much because the pre-Christmas, everything's been hectic and crazy. And I also I've already posted 20 videos this month. So it's been a very busy month for me. So this is 10 questions. I will have them in the description box. Like I said, when you're done with this, go watch Jamila's video. And also, if you haven't already. So let's get into this. Oh, before I start, if you're curious about my makeup, I didn't film this look, but I did do this I ranked all my Pat McGrath palettes, and I just filmed that, filming 2 videos today. So I'm wearing a lot of Pat McGrath. I have my Pat McGrath foundation around here, this part of my face. I have a little bit of my House Labs concealer, because my Pat concealer, I bought it in the same shade, and it's 4 shades darker than the foundation for some reason. So they refunded me. And then I have Decadence on the eyes because I wanted to wear something blue and sparkly. I did put a little bit of Subliminal on top of that, one of the iridescent sparkles, Pat Gloss, Pat Blush, and then Victoria Beckham for basically the rest of it, but I'll have it all in the description box. Like I said, I did wear a lot of high-end, expensive makeup today, which is actually kind of my normal life, which is something that did change in the last year. So curious to see how that affects what I say in these questions. So question number 1 is going to be what is something that you do regularly in your makeup routine that you will try to stop? I feel like last year I said there's nothing. I don't think there's anything in my makeup routine that I do regularly that I need to stop or want to stop. I don't wear highlight really much anymore. If I wear highlighter, I wear something like soft and like a glow from within, and I put it under my blush, so it just kind of, or even under my foundation, so it just kind of gives me a soft glow. So I've kind of in the last year stopped really wearing my highlighters, but I can't think of anything I do regularly. Like on a day-to-day basis, I don't even wear foundation every day. I often just wear concealer. That hasn't changed. I started that a long time ago. When I first started getting into makeup, I just quickly learned that I preferred concealer. So I can't think of anything that I do right now that I want to stop. I've started adding stuff. I wear contour more than I used to. I wear lip liner more than I did. I wore a lot of lip liner in like 2020 and then didn't really in 2021 and 2022, and now I've become a fan of lip liner again. Not wearing any today, but in general. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that I want to stop in my routine. I'd actually, like to wear things even more. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, question number 2 is a brand that you want to try for the first time in the next year, so 2024. There's a handful of brands that I would like to try that I haven't. I want to try KJH, Katie Jane Hughes' brand. I almost bought her highlighter kit a couple times this year, and I do really want to try her brand. There's brands I want to try more from. I want to try more Victoria Beckham, more Lisa Eldridge. I mean, like I've tried most of it, but there's more things I want to try. Something for the first time. I'm trying to think of an actual brand that I want to try for the first time next year. I'm sure there's going to be some indie brands that I'm going to try for the first time. Because that just happens, and there's new things happening all the time. I want to try as Ensley Rain, but I don't like that they use AI for their artwork covers, and I think the palettes are just too expensive. So if they come out with something, I might try them. I know I really want to try Rowan. No, I know it. They're expensive. I want to try one of the Rowan quads really badly. And I want to try Chantecaille. I used to think I would never spend that much money, but I really want to try the like single shadows from Chantecaille really badly. Those are the 2 things that I will probably try this year. You will see more luxury makeup this year. I just have a feeling I just like it more and more. And I just feel like that's where, like I still love indie shadows. I mean, Pat McGrath isn't indie, it's luxury, but I still really like indie shadows, still love Nomad, still love Odin's. I still love a lot of indie brands, and I will still keep trying stuff from indie brands. But on the day-to-day, I'm using more high-end and luxury stuff, and I have a feeling that's going to continue happening. And I have a feeling Jamila, I mean, she's always been a luxury girl, and she just posted a video about how she's taking a step back from the indie community, so I feel like there's just a lot in the indie community. There's a lot of great, but there's also a lot of just like meh, and a lot of people who are not ready to be business owners out there, or products that just don't seem, they're not fully there. So there's something about the experience of a luxury palette, like picking up something this nice, and the formulas work well, and the packaging, there's something about that experience that I have really grown to love. So probably Chantecaille and Rowan are the 2 brands that I'm off the top of my head have things that I want to try next year. Number 3 is a brand you will let go in 2023. In 2024. This is the list is from last year, or the questions. I copied it from last year's video. A brand I will let go in this year. I don't know. I don't buy ColourPop anymore, really any drugstore stuff, and I'm gonna keep, like, if a drugstore thing, like, speaks to me, I will try it. I'm not like, I won't try a drugstore, but, like, I don't even really look. Thinking of brands that I own and try, there's none that I'm wanting to let go of. There's lots of brands where I've been tempted to try, like, lots of indie brands where I've been like, I want to try them, And I just don't really want to anymore. Like I've wanted to try Adept in the past, but like there's been some issues that made me not want to buy from them, and then their palettes are expensive. They kept reformulating them for a while, which was annoying, and now they keep putting like shea butter and keep saying like, if you have oily eyelids, these shadows will not work on you or won't work as well on you, and I'm like, well, then I'm just not going to give you my money. I've wanted to try an earthly, and I almost bought Sorcerer's Smoke yesterday because I got a 30% off code, and I was like, I really want Sorcerer's Smoke, but in the long run, it's going to still be like $50, and I think I'd rather put that $50 towards a Lisa Eldridge palette. So there's some brands that I've held like a thing where I want to try more from them, or I want to try them for the first time, and I think I'm just going to it hasn't happened, I'm just letting it not happen. Oh, the lighting has definitely changed. The sun is actually coming out, so I think the lighting's getting better. Oh wait, that was my last video. In my last video, I talked about how I'm filming with natural light for the first time in a while because it's not pitch black, and it's gray and overcast, but not like the dark gloomy overcast. It's the bright white, like it looks like it's gonna snow overcast. And the sun is starting to peek through, so the lighting is actually getting better now. Okay, sorry for the tangent. Number 4, what makeup technique would you like to learn or try once? I want to try more. I said this last year, I wanted to try more artistic makeup, and I just don't set aside the time. I have a full-time job. I have a partner, a dog. I have my best friends. I try to have a social life. I'm also recovering from, I also have fibromyalgia, and I have long COVID, and I'm still recovering from that. So like, there's not a lot of time to be like, I'm going to set aside 2 or 3 hours to do some artistic, like elaborate makeup to just take some photos and wash it off. But I do still really want to do more of that. So like some more technical makeup, like not necessarily like special effects makeup, but like some more of that, I would like to try like some of those more like complicated, really like artistic, like you're not leaving the house, like this isn't this. It's not like good skin and a fun eye. It's like something on your face. I want to try more of that next year. I want to give myself the space and the time to really try that and do more of that. So we'll see if that happens. Number 5 is a product that you will leave in 2023. I don't know. I don't really use brow pencils that much anymore, but I still every once in a while need it. I mostly just use brow gel. False lashes. I have a few pairs. Of false lashes, and it's good to have them if I ever want to do like kind of a really, really dramatic look, or a kind of a drag inspired look, or a drag look. I'm glad I have them and I won't toss them, but I've fully given up on trying to use them for videos or Instagram posts or anything. Like I just do not enjoy wearing them. It's a pain in the ass to put on. Just do not enjoy it. So I think that's something I will like leave even trying to consider, unless it's a very specific, like if I was trying a drag look, of course I would need them. But outside of that, I don't care anymore. Okay. Number 6 is a product that you will give a second chance to. I'm trying to give the Victoria Beckham eyeliners the second chance. So I only have, oh no, I have 2 now. I got one with a purchase. So my problem comparing them to like other, the Melt one, the Lisa Eldridge, other Pat McGrath, is the one I had, which is the green one, Olive, which is not olive. It's not olive. It doesn't set. So it's a pain to work with, because even if I'm putting like shadow down and I'm putting like a little wing, it doesn't set. So like it'll smudge, it'll transfer, it goes away. I've even tried setting it with powder. I think I've finally learned ways to use it that make it work, but I want to give it a second shot. I really like it in the waterline. I like a smudgy liner look. I want to figure out a way to get it to where I can use them more often, because she does have some shades that I want, like the bronze shade. I'd like to try, I feel like I would enjoy her black shade, although Lisa has a black shade that I could use, and I know I like the Lisa formula a little bit more. But like, I want to give the Victoria Beckham eyeliners a second shot because I've really fallen in love with the other Victoria Beckham stuff I tried in the last couple months. So I feel like I want to give the eyeliners a second shot next year. Maybe buy like one more. I just got a free gift with purchase one, but it's like a sparkly one. So I want to buy like another, like I want a matte one and give that a go, like the black or the brown or something. Question number 7 is a resolution for your YouTube channel. So for my channel, I want to keep going where I've kind of been, where I do some reviews of new things, some revisiting of old things, some just like try to get ready with where I'm using stuff that I'm currently in love with. I want to keep that mix. I like reviewing new products, but I don't want to just be like review. It's stressful, it's hard. It takes focus away from things that I know and love and want to keep using because I bought them and I have them. So, but my resolution, I want to maintain all of that, but I want to grow more. So I finally hit 2K recently. There's a thank you video. I never already said thank you as soon as it happened, but there's a dedicated thank you and giveaway coming probably next week. But I think a stretch goal, and like for me on this channel, would be to hit 5,000 this next year. Like I hit 1,000 one year and then 2,000 the next year. And I feel like now that I'm over 2,000, I could say 3,000. That would be on pace with what I've done, but I want to be like, no, I want to get to 5,000. I think that would be amazing. Because I think it would be really fun. I like my day job's fine. I'm not working in science anymore because academia is hard and toxic, and especially as a queer person, as a trans person, as a marginalized person in multiple ways, it's not a very good place for us. So I found a job. I would like a better job. I would like a job that pays more than mine. Not a better job. I like my job. I just wish it paid more. But I think it would be fun to be able to do this, to make more from this, and maybe do it full time sometime in the future. So that's not going to happen in the next year. I doubt it. But to hit 5K would be amazing and would be like a push towards that. And then outside of that, I've, in the last year, really honed in on things that I like, things I don't like, brands I like, brands I don't like. I will still try new brands, but I don't feel the need to try as many things. So my goal for my collection and my YouTube channel is really just to refine things even more. Number 8 is going to be, do you have any skincare resolutions? No. I like my skincare. I did just add a couple new things, and I am seeing a big improvement. So one of my biggest skincare concerns is I get a lot of razor burn. I want laser hair removal, but which would help this. But I get a lot of razor burn and irritation and dark spots and bumps and just awfulness that I'm always wanting to cover up around my jawline or on my throat. My throat is one of my biggest insecurities with how bad it is, and in the last month or so, I've changed a couple things. I've seen improvement over the last year or two, and in the last couple months, I've seen a huge improvement. Like, I'm not even wearing any makeup down here, or right here. Like, this is just my skin, and it's so much better. There's not like giant, like there's still some redness. You can see some facial hair, stubble, but it's so much better than it has been. So my only resolution would be to continue this and to keep getting it where it should be, where I'm not worried about all of my razor burn or skin irritation. Okay, question number 9 is a beauty YouTube challenge you will partake in. I think this is an outdated question. I don't really think beauty challenges really are a thing anymore. I feel like that was like the do a full face of highlighter challenge or things like that. I don't think we really do those anymore. I don't see people do them. So if something like that, if there was a resurgence of those and it looked interesting, I would try it, but I'm not someone who tries trends or things just because. It probably has to do with being autistic, because even as a kid, like, I don't experience FOMO. So people would be like, well, all your friends are doing this, are you going to do it too? And it was like, no, because it doesn't. And they're like, why? And it was like, well, it's not something I want to do. Like, if it's my friends are all doing it and they're asking me to join them, like they're going to this place and I didn't really want to go, but I'd be like, yeah, I want to spend time with you. I'd go with them. But that's different than like, we're all buying this thing or we're all doing this specific thing and then feeling left out of that and buying it as well. I don't experience that. I do get jealous of like, I want a little envious, jealous of when it's like a friend gets something that I wanted and I'm like, oh, I wish I had that too. But that's different. I already wanted that. And even as a kid, I was like that. I just don't experience that fear of missing out, that FOMO. I'm like, that's good for you. I'm happy that you are enjoying that, but I don't feel the need for that. And I think as I've gotten older, I've even settled even more into that. So for the question, if there was a random challenge that became a thing and it looked fun, I would do it, but I'm not going to do it just because it's trendy. I don't give a shit, honestly, even if it means growing. Like, I just don't care to do things that are trendy just because they're trendy. Don't care. If you do, cool. There's no judgment there. I don't care. Okay, number 10, and the last question is a beauty habit that you need to stop this year. I would like to spend even less than I already am. I feel I bought less this year than in the last 2 years. I feel like I've really refined what I like. I'm more selective. I know that's not going to work for me. I've tried enough at this point that I know that's not going to work for me. That will, or that's similar enough. And I have enough stuff that I'm like, that's cute, but I have something similar so I can avoid it. And I want to just keep going with that. And I want to keep paring things down. I don't want to be a minimalist by any means. And that's a whole separate topic of like the privilege and like stuff that goes along with minimalism. But I don't feel like there's a habit I have that I'm like, I need to stop this. This is bad. Like, I'm not overspending. I have a set budget every month. I stick with it. All the last few months, it's been like a little more willy-nilly, but like I'm also getting more money now. I have made a little bit more money on the channel. I've had more money come in from like affiliate links and stuff. So I feel like it's balanced out and I think pretty well. But I don't really have a problem where like I keep buying things that I shouldn't or anything like that. So I don't think I have a habit I need to stop. I don't need to buy mascara for a while. I have too many mascaras and a couple of them are open, so. But no, I don't really feel like I have a habit that I need to stop. Now, I will say, if you do feel like you have a habit you need to stop, there's no judgment from me. And I think you should stop that habit without trying to judge yourself, because shame is built into judgment, and shame doesn't help anyone. So I have a lot of friends that have shopping problems that are on no buys or low buys or like struggling with overconsumption or have struggled with overconsumption. And that is a habit that they're trying to break. And I talk to them. I have multiple friends that have this problem, and I say this all the time, is that you need to give yourself grace. Shame doesn't fix anything. Shaming doesn't change people's habits. Shaming someone for eating a cookie isn't going to make them not eat cookies. Also, there's no shame in eating a cookie, no matter what your weight is, because that's bullshit. It's just food. You shouldn't put morality on food. But shaming yourself just will make you spiral and do worse. So you just have to accept, okay, I did something I'm not proud of. That's fine. I will give myself grace. I'll use this as a learning moment and I will move on from it and find ways to make better habits. But I don't think we should think of bad habits the way we do, because they tend to be all wrapped up in shame and that helps no one. So I think if you are someone that has a beauty habit that you're trying to stop this year, going into next year, like, be easy on yourself, be like thoughtful and analytical and really think like, okay, here's practical ways that I can solve this. Here's having a beauty budget, like a strict, I have this much money in this account or something, or I have, I have it written out, like, here's my budget, I bought this, like a little Excel thing, like, and then now I have this much left, and then next month it's this. Or a strict no-buy, but doing them in short periods instead of being like, I'm committing to a full year and then relapsing right away and then being like, well, I give up and I'm just buy anything. Like, be practical and be easy on yourself. Existing is hard. So I know this wasn't a question asking about advice, but I feel like when talking about things like stopping habits and stopping beauty habits, which tends to be overconsumption, there needs to be that context, and we need to, talk about things better. So I had to throw that in there. Okay, so that is all 10 questions. I'm really excited to see what Jamila says. I think she has good analysis and thoughts. So I'm really excited to see what she says for next year. Let me know what you think in the comments below of my responses, what your answers to some of these would be, especially if you don't have a YouTube channel and you're not going to do this. Like, are there any habits you want to change? Are there any brands you want to try next year? Like, I'd love to hear your thoughts and talk to you in the comments. It's part of why I like having this channel, is so that we can have this sense of community and talk. So I like hearing from people and talking to people about makeup. So let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you joined from Jamila's channel. No, not especially, because thank you for anybody who watches me. But thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Liking really helps, and I will see you all in my next video, probably tomorrow.